Welcome to Campfire Wisdom. Grab a seat around the fire and tell us your story.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Campfire Wisdom. All right. How about that? Actually, why don't you do the intro?
Pass.
You want to pass? Okay.
I don't know how to do an intro.
I have a special guest here with me today. Today we're going to be talking about, we've been kind of talking about camping essentials, but one thing I told you that I want to level up on is my cooking, because the last time
You and Alex went.
Yeah, the last time Alex and I went camping, we ate bread and cheese for every meal. And let's just say I was, had a little bit of indigestion when all things were said and done. I think we had pizza on the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Then we bought tortillas and cheese. Like, let's just keep it simple. And we ate that the next day. And we ate that, kind of snacked in at night, and then had it the next day as well.
Ugh.
So pretty much 2 days of just cheese and bread. But it's okay. But I have with me, as you already heard, Ghysla. So welcome back to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good to have you on. You are the camp chef. You got the giggles?
Yes.
It's okay. This is not something normal, and I appreciate you coming here. I was thinking I was gonna go through this on my own, and kind of grade myself of what's in here, and just do a real quick, like, this is your essential camping kit for cooking. But I would be remiss if you were not a part of this, because you helped design this,
Yes, I did.
What do you think? Like, if you look at this case, what comes to mind?
Camping.
Okay.
What do you mean?
Well,
the way you had it, you didn't have anything when we first started dating.
No.
And it was, I don't even know how we did it the first trip, because we didn't have this the first time.
You just had a hodgepodge of stuff.
Yeah, and it was just a mess.
Yeah.
Bags. I think it was in like Trader Joe's brown bags.
Yeah, and we brought like a couple pans.
The baby just moved, sorry.
Oh, nice. You felt it?
Yeah, it was a big one.
I want to feel it.
I know.
Soon.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So then after that trip, I thought, okay, we're going to get something to put it in. And that way it's always together and ready to go. So
Yeah.
It's been in there ever since.
And I will say it's definitely one thing that, you're the brainchild behind this. So I wouldn't have done this. I probably would still be having all of my stuff in all many different spots. But the great thing about this is, this accompanied with a stove, and then when you buy the food, you have everything you need to be cooking.
Everything but the food, yeah.
Okay. So the kind of camp stove we have a Coleman 2-burner propane stove.
Mm-hmm.
And does that seem to fit your needs?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 2 burners for sure you need.
Yeah, because you need 2 things going.
Well, yeah, and if you just want to like heat up water for coffee in the morning, then you can, cook your eggs on the other side at the same time. Just keep the water warm.
What I really do like about having a stove present is, in the morning when you get up, you don't have to worry about starting a fire to like get your coffee or to get something going. You can get your breakfast and be ready with it right away.
Yeah, it takes a while to get the fire really roaring.
As long as you don't sit in your eggs, you're good to go.
Yes, don't sit in your eggs.
Okay, so let's get a crack at this. What do you think? All right. Yeah, the beauty of this is you can grab it, you can go with it, and it's quick and easy. I don't know, it's like almost like a little mini cooler.
Yeah.
In some ways.
Yeah, and it seals tight.
Seals tight, and one thing I really do like about it is it's clear, so you can see through it. Like if you're looking for, I can see a spoon or a knife or different type of stuff here, you have it. So I'm literally going to just talk about, I'm going to take stuff out of it, and then you're going to make sure I put it back right?
I will.
But we'll go through and just kind of analyze these pieces and go from there.
Okay.
Okay, so these are 2 polyurethane cutting boards from IKEA. These are great, obviously, for putting down on your table that you're cooking in, because usually it's dirty, and you want to cut stuff. So ideal for bread cutting, cheese cutting, whatever you're preparing, veggies.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, and cheap.
And they wipe clean.
They wipe clean, exactly.
And they don't take up any space.
Super thin. And it's basically, they're the size of the lid, so they kind of fit in the lid itself, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have
Oven mitt.
oven mitt. Thank you. I couldn't think of what they called these. I rarely use them. So we have an oven mitt. Obviously, it's great for grabbing stuff out of the fire. Also for making sure that you're grabbing something you're not going to burn your hand.
Mm-hmm.
So then we also got some paper plates.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you need that because, I guess you could bring your own plates, which we do have in here as well, but sometimes you need something quick.
I think those are leftovers from when we went camping for 4th of July, and there was a bunch of people, they left, just leftovers, and we just grabbed it.
You're right. You're right. Waste not, want not. We have a roll of toilet paper, and we have a roll of paper towels. So obviously, nice things to have out there because you need to wipe yourself and wipe things clean. Because you could really spend a ton of time cleaning all your stuff, but there's minimal water, so you kind of use the wipe method a lot. Have some waterproof matches. Yeah, not exactly sure why.
Because you insist on keeping them, and I want to throw them away.
You want to throw these away?
Because we never use them.
You know what? I'll put a couple packs in my thing, and then that's fine. I think this is also a fire starter. Oh, these are wet fire starters.
I know.
That's why.
That's why you keep wanting to keep them. But we never use them.
Okay. Well, let's keep one in here, and I'll put this in my backpack. I'm going to add that to mine. Cool.
Okay.
All right. So then, as we proceed, we've got a bag of spices. So in here, we got obviously some Monterey steak grill master, some Lowry salt, salt and pepper, and then some garlic. What is this?
Powder?
Onion salt, actually.
Oh, onion.
But I think seasoning salt goes a long way, and then they have these little plastic salt and pepper shakers. Where did you get that at the container
Dollar
store?
store.
Dollar
Dollar
store.
store.
That's right. This here is a water pump.
Purifier.
Yep, so we got a little water purification pump. If we need to access water, keep in mind that's going to be an important part of your cooking process, especially if you don't have enough or you run out of water. We have Ghysla's little titanium cup. Now this is the same titanium cup that I have in my bug out bag because you always need a cup, but we have hers in here because she uses it in here when we're camping and whatnot. And I'll usually bring mine, but it'll be in my bag itself. Now this is an essential right here. So this is Dr. Bronner's magic soap, and it's the Castile soap. And the great thing about it is it's fully biodegradable. This is actually, we use this to take baths in Zion, right? Yeah, so this will work for your dishes, it'll work for your body. But hair, everything. And it smells great too.
Is this the peppermint one?
It is a peppermint one.
I can smell it.
Gives you
It's this isn't a baggie though, too, just in case it spills.
good idea. You want this in a baggie.
A big Ziploc bag.
Yeah. So a lot of the stuff that has liquid and whatnot, you don't want it mixing, so it's in bags. But that Castile soap's great because you can take a shower with it, and like I said, totally biodegradable. You're not going to be that asshole who's using like Prel
Soap, yeah.
and all kinds of crap when you're out in nature. Got some aluminum foil. And actually, it's looking a little lean, so you might we need more foil. Oh, actually, no, take that back. It's about 2 or 3 loops in there. So aluminum foil is great because you never know if you need to keep something warm, or even
leftovers or cook with. I think. Well, when we get to food, we could talk about what we use it for.
Yeah, but I think we know one thing is really good is you tend to bring asparagus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I make that at home. I marinate it before we leave.
Right. But it's kind of nice just to have that way. If you did bring asparagus, you could actually prepare it there too.
No, you wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Because you want to marinate it.
Oh, you're right. Okay, we got some spare Ziplocs. So these are definitely bags that we've reused. Keep in mind you don't need to, you can definitely reuse those a couple times. All right. We have a water kettle. Tea kettle. Thank you. So pretty compact version because it's not like you need to make gallons of it, and you want to try to have all your stuff fit in one container, so it's not a huge one. This is about...
This will probably make like 3 cups, large cups of coffee, I'd say.
So that's good. Tea kettle, definitely for boiling your water. You can boil it fast. Then we've got 2 pots and pans, one with a lid. And the lid's nice, obviously, because we tend to make stuff that's saucy, like beans and even
Spaghetti sauce.
spaghetti sauce. I think you've even cooked eggs in here too, right?
In
sometimes.
that one?
Sometimes,
I
not
don't
always.
think so.
Do you usually do it in cast iron?
Uh huh.
Okay.
I've boiled water for pasta though in that big one.
That's what it is, yeah.
Because
Hey-
you need the lid because, well, when you're at elevation, the water boils at a lower temp, so it's not really hot. So putting the lid on it makes it hotter faster.
Gotcha. Okay, that's a good note. So you definitely want at least one pot with a lid.
Yeah, or you could use foil too.
You could use foil. Okay, cool. And actually, on our pans and pots, Ghysla is pretty industrious. So she made these little cozies, and they're basically made out of oven mitts, but
Yeah.
they slip over the handle, almost like a. I'm sure you could probably buy these, but she actually handmade these, so these are fucking amazing. They were really cool. So that's awesome. And then of course we got the cast iron skillet.
Mhm.
So that obviously can be equipped on the fire or on the stove as well. So that's kind of
That's
nice.
usually where I like saute all the vegetables and cook the eggs.
Okay, gotcha. So that's your egg companion.
Mhm.
And then we got a bottle of extra virgin olive oil.
Mhm.
And then we got these cool little knives. These are, God, where did we
Dollar store too.
get dollar store also, right?
Little
No, actually IKEA.
paring knife.
These are
Oh,
IKEA.
IKEA. Okay.
Yeah, these are little paring knives, and they're still pretty damn sharp. Damn.
Yeah, they're not rusted or anything, are
No,
they?
not rusted at all. We've got a bottle opener for wine.
Oh my gosh, we have so many of those.
Oh my God, we have 3 of these.
Yes.
Can we get rid of some of these?
Do we have one in the kitchen?
I don't think we do.
I don't think we do either.
Yeah, let's keep this one.
It's because we've gone on different camping trips without
One.
the whole box
yeah, you're
and
right.
not had the wine opener
Okay,
several
so-
times.
Yep. So we're leaving that out. We don't need multiple ones. So, and there's a great picture of Ghysla sucking down a bottle of wine all by herself. I'll have to maybe post that. She would love that.
When?
Remember when we were at the lake outside of Potwasha?
Oh, because it was like 100 degrees.
That's
We
all
were
we could do is
camping.
drink and swim.
Gosh,
That was hot as hell. That was miserable. Oh, and here we got
Just a tablecloth
tablecloth
holders.
clamps and then toothpicks.
That must
Wow.
have been left over from something too.
I think leftovers from something, yeah.
Yeah. Ramona brought those for one of the times we went camping.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I don't think we use a tablecloth
I don't think,
at all.
actually, we don't have
ever.
a tablecloth. Is that something we should add on there?
If
Do
you
we need a
want.
tablecloth?
No, probably not.
I don't think so. Because honestly, these plastic things, that's what's so great about these. You don't need, we could even
cutting
use
board.
these to eat on if we wanted to,
Hmm.
you know? So let's be,
There's
The
no room in there for.
there's no room. And the less footprint we have, the better, if you ask me.
Yeah.
So we have a couple camp cups too. So I mentioned that Geese has her titanium camp cup, and then but we also have 3 other cups in there just because they're useful for holding water to clean with, to mix with, even
We've eaten soup out of them too,
and soup. You're right.
Mhm.
We have. You're
because
right.
they're nice, but they're not insulated, so they get hot.
Now look at this. We have 3 of these things too.
Fire. What is it?
I think these are like
Long lighters. I don't
yeah.
know what they are.
What the fuck are they called? Anyways.
I don't know. I know that
This,
one Matt gave us because he said it didn't work. Remember that green one?
Yeah,
no, the
yeah,
green
yeah.
one. But the green
one
one does.
works.
They all work, I think.
What are they just? They're just like lighters.
Oh, maybe that one doesn't.
What the hell are these things called?
Lighter.
That one's garbage. All right.
No, but that green one does work.
It does work.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
See?
it does. All right, we got 2 good ones.
And it's nice because you don't have to get too close to the fire to start
Right.
it.
And especially if you're working a gas stove, some people are not comfortable lighting it because there is always that initial.
Uh-huh.
So, and these things are awesome. I love
Mhm.
these things. I think they're so cool. These are titanium spoons, and they're made by Light My Fire, but they're fork and knife on one end and spoon on the other. But so they're super universal. I'm gonna take a picture of some of these cool things that way you guys can see them, and maybe get an idea on what will be a good little asset for your stove. And then this is, oh my God, this is my Boy Scout.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
Utensils.
Utensils. That's actually a nice knife. It's still sharp. It's crazy. So I'm an Eagle Scout, and I had this years ago. Good Lord. You could buy this with points at like different camps. Like if you sold.
In the 1920s?
1980s, late 80s, mid 80s.
Okay.
But if you sold like popcorn, because that was the thing the Boy Scouts did, they sold popcorn.
Yeah.
Trails End, you could get those points and actually get merchandise. All right, so now we're going to go through some of the utensils. What do you think about that? Okay. I'm going to have you say it, call them out.
Tongs.
Tongs. Useful for?
Tonging.
Oh.
No, what did we use that for?
Corn on the cob. Yes.
Um,
This is a more fire useful tool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To reach in the fire. I think we've grabbed out the asparagus with it.
Yes.
And what else? Just different veggies.
Yeah, and actually even the pasta too.
Yeah?
Yeah, when the pasta's done, you can grab it.
Okay.
Am I remembering correctly?
I think so.
You think so? Okay. That's highly possible, by the way.
I don't. That would like break the noodles.
That's true. A spoon?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. We got this at the dollar store. This is all Pillsbury. You know, they make fine cutlery.
You don't want to spend a lot on this.
You
stuff.
don't. That's the thing. This is stuff that's going to get fucked up. So the best thing you can do is go to a dollar store and you get this stuff. A spatula. Are you still
Metal.
writing this down?
No, am I supposed to be?
You gave up. Remember you were supposed to write it down?
I know. I stopped at pots and pans.
That's okay. That's all right. So wait a second. You are actually being less detailed than me? What's going on
I
here?
guess so.
Uh-oh.
Well, you got me the smallest pad in the world, and I went to the end and
You're
I
right.
stopped.
It's my fault. Sorry, that's my fault. Spoons.
Oh, that's a spoon with the strainer.
Okay, so you're right.
That's for the pasta.
That's for the pasta. Spoon with the strainer and a regular spoon. So we have multiple spoons here. What the fuck is this?
It's probably something else you demand to keep.
Oh, my dad gives to me. It's for cutting wood.
It's a saw?
That's a fucking saw. I don't know why it's in here, but it makes sense.
It looks like something you would hunt underwater with.
Yeah, this is fucking sharp as a motherfucker. Damn. We got some spoons, and obviously these are camp clean. They're kind of dirty.
Yeah, those are nasty.
But they're wooden spoons. These are kind of throwaway because, you know, sometimes that's going to happen.
You need several.
You need
if you're
several.
Cooking a big meal.
Keep in mind, you want the wooden spoon when you're using your cast iron stove, because the metal is going to scrape up the little patina that's in there, and it'll just kind of make it worse.
But and it's fine for us, but you probably shouldn't cook with meat with a wooden spoon.
Yes.
Because that harbors bacteria.
That is true. That's true. And then we have another spatula. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So maybe
Are you sure? What's under the pot? Oh, the cast iron.
cast iron. Then we get the cups in there, and like the two pots.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
It is it, right?
I mean, it's a lot, I guess.
It is a lot. But I think, as far as like the necessities, kind of like we talked about.
Aside from your Boy Scout stuff and saw, we use everything
Well, I think this. Why the fuck is this
every
saw
time
in
we
here?
go.
Where would be a better spot for that?
The Goodwill?
No, not the Goodwill. No, I'll keep it in here because it's a go-to thing because we usually take that word together. Okay, sorry. Train of thought. The train left the station, but I didn't finish the thought. The idea. Yeah. So, anything. What do you think we're missing? Are we missing anything?
I think sometimes I've thrown in spare propane tanks for
Okay.
the stove in that.
That's true. We didn't mention that. So a propane tank will last you. I think one will last you a couple days, right?
At least.
Yeah.
It depends on how, like when it's just you and me, it'll last forever.
Yeah. But two's a good rule of thumb because that way you've got the one that's in there that you don't know how long it's going to last. If it's empty, then you're starting a new one right away. Then you got to back up. That's a good idea. So you want to go two. Yeah. Well, I was trying to think of like stuff that I feel like everything's here because we've got stuff to clean with, we've got stuff to prepare with, we've got stuff to season with, eat off of, eat with,
Yeah, that's pretty
cups.
much it. Wine bottle openers.
Yeah, wine bottle openers. Won't be needing any of those in the near future, but we got plenty of those. And of course, and actually we even got rid of some stuff, so we were able to remove a couple things that are unnecessary, and I think that's pretty cool.
Hey, could keep 2 wine bottle openers in here. Because remember that one time it broke in the bottle
Yes.
when I was trying to pull out the cork, and then
Yeah.
we couldn't drink it.
So another thing I want to talk about is food, and of course, that's why we've got the camp cook here. So I think, I don't know about you, but when I'm trying to camp, I try to balance ease. I think of ease more than anything. And that's probably why I usually don't bring all the cooking stuff, because I just try to go light. And
No, it takes a long time to prepare all that stuff ahead of time.
it does, right? It does.
It does.
But it goes a long way, and it does definitely make the experience better, because when you're like got good meals, it's kind of nice. Yeah, what's your go-to? I have a couple lists in my phone, so I'll bring that up. Tell me what yours are.
I always cook beans
Okay.
and then bring them in a larger, I guess, Tupperware type of container. Usually marinate some asparagus with olive oil, salt and pepper. And then Marion once brought some along, and she had fresh garlic, like minced garlic. So then I did that. I started doing the garlic, adding the garlic to it. And that you just put in tin foil
Okay.
and crinkle along the top. So when you're cooking it, you can just kind of open up the top and look inside to see when it's done, like when they turn bright green. I always make some kind of a pasta, and then just bring like a cheap. I usually make marinara sauce, but not when we're camping, because it's just easier
Yep.
to bring the Prego or whatever, and veggie sausage to cook that up with the spaghetti. And then I always add like fresh onions and bell pepper to that. So
Okay.
I'll saute that first, warm up the water, boil the pasta. Like I said, the pasta takes longer to boil at elevation. And then when the veggies are done cooking, I just put them in the pot with the marinara sauce until that's warm.
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
Oh, we've done garlic bread too. We bought like French rolls before, and we had butter, and then that garlic. Was it garlic? No, it was
That's
salt.
onion salt.
Yeah, I think we ran out of the garlic one, because then I would like heavily garlic that and put those on the fire.
Having pasta is nice because it's like a hearty meal. It fills you up, and then you've got like good energy. So it's like, for me, it's all about getting a big meal in, so you don't have to snack or cook all the time. You know what I mean? If you can just fill your.
We usually just have 2 meals a day, like breakfast and dinner.
Yeah, that's true. And then snack throughout the day.
Yeah, or like sandwiches or
Yeah.
like little rolls or something.
The eggs and breakfast patties are kind of nice too, because I know people think about eggs, but haven't we done liquid eggs, right? Isn't that what we usually do? We usually do egg whites. Yeah.
Yeah, we have used liquid eggs, but I don't know if it was egg whites
Yeah.
or just liquid eggs.
It may have just been liquid eggs.
Because that's before you were trying to lower your cholesterol.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, I think some of the go-tos that I put. I actually made a list here. I really like those breakfast patties from Morningstar, because those are nice, and they're obviously meatless, so that's cool. Eggs and cheese, obviously. Corn tortillas, can't go wrong. Sometimes you want regular tortillas. And I don't know about you, but OJ and beer is just fantastic.
Oh yeah, beer-mosas.
Beer-mosas are an absolute camping necessity. So I would say, people say half beer, half OJ, but I would say just the tiniest bit more OJ, about 55% OJ.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just a tiny bit more. I like it a little bit sweeter.
I was going to say a little bit more beer. I thought
A little
you were
more
gonna
beer.
say a little
Okay.
tangier.
You like it a little bit tangier, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. And then
Hot cocoa is always good.
hot cocoa's great. Pretzels, great for snack.
You love pretzels.
I love pretzels. I do. Chips and any kind of bars, because like you said, we're not going to do usually a lot of stuff for lunch. Usually that's kind of just grab it when you're hungry. And then so for you people who are like lunch meats, or if you're using like veggie style lunch meats, that's cool. And then don't forget, you're going to need ice and whatever libation or
Bottle of whiskey.
bottle of whiskey, yeah, depending how you do your camping, you know, something to sip on. Maybe something to smoke on, who knows, depending on your preference.
Remember I grilled up that veggie sausage with grilled onions and bell peppers, and then toasted the bread, and we made like little sandwiches.
Oh yeah, that
when
was
we were in
nice.
Zion.
That was nice.
We had some good food in Zion. Now I can't remember everything I ate.
We did do that. Didn't we do the blueberry goat cheese thing?
Maybe.
That's
Trader
good.
Joe's.
From Trader Joe's, man.
So good.
So if you haven't had it, it's like, what is it blueberries?
Yeah, it's blueberry, and I don't know what cheese it is.
It's goat cheese.
It is. Oh, it is goat
Yeah,
cheese.
'cause
It's a pasteurized cheese, though.
yeah,
It's very good. With
it's very
crackers.
good. I remember Ian talk. What was
He
Ian?
said it was goaty.
That's
said it was
right.
too-
He said it was goaty.
It was too goaty for him.
It was too goaty for
I think
him.
he tried it.
I
But
think he tried. It wasn't his.
yeah.
He's got the palate of a 12-year-old though. So, but yeah,
We've done veggie hot dogs.
we have done veggie hot dog. We have that actually, the little hot dog spike. You
Huh?
can cook
Oh yeah,
thing.
yeah, the hot
So you can
dog
cook
spike,
hot dogs on.
where he doubles as a marshmallow.
Marshmallow steak. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely does. It's perfect for
Or
that.
s'mores. Some people love s'mores. I don't love s'mores.
Mm,
Do you love
s'mores. They're good, but one and I'm done.
Yeah, me too.
It's like they're so
Totally
rich.
just one. Mhm.
And but to do it, you got to buy a fucking bar and then a bag
Uh-huh.
of marshmallows and then
Uh-huh.
a box of graham crackers. So it's a commitment. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think we tend to go basic, but then you tend to go hardy because obviously when you're out there and you're doing stuff, high calorie is good because that means you have to cook less and also means that you got fuel for a hike or whatever you're doing out there, depending on what you got going on.
Do you think this is the most boring one you've ever done?
I think people may not be interested in it
Uh-huh.
per se, but if you are legitimately wanting to get into camping,
Uh-huh.
this is definitely something you want to think about. Like, because most people that I've talked to, like, I've been getting feedback from people at work, and like, I really like what you're talking about, like, because I don't know how to camp, and I want to learn how to camp and do more of that. So I think diving into the nitty-gritty of it is maybe a little extensive and too much for some people, but maybe someone will glean a little bit of
Well, I think
out of
that's
this.
part of what makes people not want to go camping, because you have to like get all this stuff ready, and I don't like going camping for like a day because of this, but you don't have a problem doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to have like, okay, this day we're gonna have beans and whatever, and this night we're gonna have pasta, and this night we're gonna have this. Like, I have to have it in my head, because you have to make sure you bring enough and bring the right stuff, because once you're out there, you're out there.
Yeah.
So for me, it's always stressful just going to the grocery store and getting everything you need, because you got to bring fresh onions and bell pepper and garlic are always something I bring. And you like mushrooms, so we'll bring that a lot of times to add to the pasta.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true, because peppers you can grill.
Peppers are good with breakfast or
Yeah.
dinner.
That's true. That's true.
Like, a lot of times when we made like a breakfast scramble, it's onions and bell peppers and the veggie sausage and eggs, and then you add in some cheese on a tortilla, and there you go.
Yeah, that's
Breakfast
true.
burrito.
That's true. Well, everybody, I know this is definitely like very task-oriented and full of information. And like Ghysla was saying, is this one of your most boring podcasts ever? It's like, well, I hope you get something out of it. So I think this is definitely going deep into the cooking side of things. And I'll take some photos here of what we're kind of working with so you guys can get an idea of what we're talking about and maybe put this into practice, and maybe it'll help you get out a little bit more often. But thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys have a great one, and take care. Bye-bye. Did you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
That's what you want to say? Okay, that's cool. So we'll go out on that.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Campfire Wisdom is brought to you from the hills of Rancho, Cucamonga. We'd like to thank the men and women that protect our national parks and forests. You make this journey possible. Theme music by Sean Cromwell.